these guys out. Little pins. Okay. Oops, that's two. Here's the third one right here. I like to keep the little stick inside the big one so I don't lose them. Because you never know. You never know.
You never know. You never know.
It's a little plastic bit, like so. Hope you guys can see that. So that came out. Oh, we got a little something going on underneath. Okay.
The metal one goes underneath. So yeah.
Okay, and that should do it. Okay, so this is where it sits, right above the compressor. See how the compressor moves around like that? That's normal, but I'm not sure if it should be moving quite that much. Anyway, that's the see see if I can get a better shot. That's it right there. Now, how we get it out is what we have to attack right now. So, got this thing out. Wasn't hard at all. There's the bracket it sits on. On one screw, this one, that was right here, in there. So it just, you gotta finagle it out because the other side is just this rubbery thing that goes in. As you can tell, this thing has seen better days. It's all rusty. I'm gonna try to replace it now. Looking over this thing, I see there's something on this wire, this hose line, air line, but I don't think it's punctured. And I'm not sure, but they all seem okay. This wiring, the plug, it all seems okay. I mean, it's dirty and grimy, but it seems okay. I wonder if this is not my problem at all. Also, I found that filter that I'm gonna replace, the air compressor filter. I bought the part, wasn't sure where it was. There it is. So the air is escaping the rest of the air in the system. This is hard to do with one hand, but I just want to get as much of it on camera as I can for you guys, because there's not a single video that I've been able to find that shows this on the W221 body. And seriously, this thing is from 07 to 2013 in US, and there's not a single video. Come on, guys. Me, I gotta do this. Person who doesn't know what the hey I'm doing here, so I'm the one who has to make a video of how to do this, and with all my guesswork. Oh, there we go. Pop that cherry. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let this air run out, and I'll be back. Okay, so it's out, and it's clear that these are at the very least on different brackets. The unit itself looks identical. It's got this rounded thing on top which this has. I thought this was weird because here it's just round, and here it has this rubber guide, but as you can see there's a round thing inside, and this rubber thing sits on the frame. So I'm gonna take the old frame off, more correctly the air valve block off of the old frame, and see if I can use the new frame. It looks like I can't, because what the hell is that? Here, this is completely different. So I'm gonna take the old one off and just reuse it, because I don't know what that is, but the valve block should work the same. There has been an upgrade in the valve block part number from the old to this one. So I think this is a new and improved part number / maybe design, hopefully, but I'm not sure about that. So I'm gonna take them off and I'll be back to compare the part numbers. Okay, so I took the old one out, and this is the part number that we have. That looks like A251-320-0058. At least I see that it's an original Mercedes part. So when one of these fails, I understand. But this thing has seen better days, so I'm about to spray it down with some cleaner and brush it a little bit. It's a piece of metal, I don't really care, but I'm glad I have it. This is interesting. Let me wipe that off a little bit. Little rubber thing has a part number on it too, in case you guys are interested. It looks like it says A221-327-0230. It's interesting in case yours breaks or mine breaks in the future. We have this for the record. Okay, so this bracket is completely different than the one I received. The one I got came off of a 2014 CLS, but I got it by the part numbers, so I don't really care what it came off of. I just was thinking that, just so you guys know, the brackets are different. You see? 212-320. Let me get these. 320-0358. See? That's the new number that was recommended to me by the software, like all data or something along those lines. As you can see, this is 0058. So 251. This is a 212-320-0358. So also Mercedes part. So this is the part that was recommended by the software. They do look identical, so hopefully the internals got changed. So we shall see. We shall see if it even works. So I got these pretty cool grommets attached to these metal supports that came out of the old bracket, but the problem is came out of these holes right here, and as you can see, the holes in my bracket are different than the holes in the old bracket, in the different bracket. So unfortunately, I'm not able to use those. I got a little bit excited about that for a second, but yeah, unfortunately, can't do it. I cleaned this thing up as best as I could. Whoops. You know, sprayed some rust spray and rust penetrating spray, did the wire brush thing. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't really matter. But I was hoping to make it look a little bit nicer, and it really doesn't. It's basically the same. But it's a piece of metal. Who really cares? I'm gonna try to capture how I do this, but hopefully I'll be able to. Here are okay, so I do believe all of them were on the bottom while that one was over. So try to get that one in. There's 4 and there's the 5. Try to get them out of the way somehow so they don't bother me while I try to get this one in. But I believe it's a 12 millimeter. Huh. Okay. You want to hand tighten them before you secure them. I think I saw a torque rating of 3 nanometers, so not a lot. Be careful. Okay, where's my golden boy? There's the golden boy right there. Okay, golden boy is in. So the big one I think is a 12 millimeter, and the smaller ones I believe are 10s. Blue. Well, let's do the green one first. It's farther away. Then we got the blue. So what I'm doing is pushing them in before tightening. Then I have a black right here. Okay, and lastly the red. Okay. So that's in. Okay, so I'm using, I didn't have a 12 on hand, so for the big one I'm using a 1/2 inch. Gotta get that one first because it's the deepest. Don't want to over tighten. You don't want to under tighten either. How many of you does that make sense to? Okay, now let's see if we can get it to go in its home. Okay, so if you can see, how do I show it to you? This rubber grommet right there, that one right there has to go into its home. So you got to make sure that's inside of this metal housing while the screw on this side gets into where it needs to go. And I'm gonna plug in the plug. Well, might as well do it now. I sprayed it down with electronic cleaner, and hopefully that's gonna do the trick. Let me tighten up that other guy. Okay, and tug test. I do believe that it is in.